Hello my fellow Mal livers. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because there is no history in this. No geography, no analysis of any kind. There is only a net total of 0 educational value because we are going to look into the art of cringe. It's been a while since Big Boss slowly crept into our lives and we were all introduced to the absolute garbage that is Indian reality TV.
मेरे को फीलिंग नहीं है।
हाँ ठीक है पानी पी। जी मत कीजिए।
ठीक है पापा नहीं बोल रहा समझे क्या?
But Big Boss is a show that is still very much on the surface. I mean, it's almost mainstream now with Mohanlal and all as hosts. The guy who did this is now doing
നിങ്ങളുടെ പ്രകടനത്തിൽ ഞാനൊന്ന് സംസാരിക്കട്ടെ.
There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
That's not true, MasterCard, because clearly money can buy whatever it wants.
ഇരിക്കൂ.
There is an entire world of cringeworthy wonders beyond this though. And because I love you most ardently, I watch some of these so you don't have to. Put on your scuba suits, call your mother, tell her you're marrying me because we are going in. Super dude. The year is 2012 and everybody is scared that the world is going to end, and it shouldn't because we allowed the existence of a particular show called... The entire plot of the show is that these dudes are put through tasks in order to flirt with women and impress them.
My name is Abdullah. Aapka?
करीना कपूर।
Whoever does these tasks in the most chivalrous way becomes India's next super dude. Oh, so it's a show about gentle manliness and chivalry. I could probably watch this with my parents.
I'm sorry. Papa.
Why is this so sexual? Like if I replace this with an intro from a porn video, you wouldn't know the difference.
Naughty America.
So what are these animations, dude? It's like a crossbreed between Balaji Films and Windows screensavers. And who is that mourning for every shot there? How do they shoot this? One guy in the studio going वो थोड़ा और bass के साथ. Anyway, getting to the plot of it, who decides what happens on these tasks and who gets to be the next super dude? Well, this guy, he is the judge fuckboy. What gave him the credibility? I don't know. Is there an entrance exam for fuckboys or something? I don't know. The dudes are split into 2 teams first, called good boys and bad boys.
Say my name.
Bad boy.
And once this happens, they are put in, and I am not making this up, the dude mansion. What are you guys waiting for? A joke? I can't. Why not? How can I troll this when it has trolled itself? The dude mansion.
लड़कियां पटाना आसान नहीं होता.
Okay, let's look at one of the tasks. This one starts with the boys coming out and finding some costumes laid out for them. Let them get ready and go downstairs to find Madhura, who is one of the women that they have to woo. This show really emphasizes on visual storytelling. Here is a bad boy saying how he is losing it, seeing Madhura look so hot.
जब हम गए मधुरा वहाँ बैठी हुई सेक्सी इतनी निक्कर पहन के मेरा दिमाग फट गया उसको देख के.
And then they show it visually. Yes, friends, this is the official sound effect for checking somebody out. Every romantic movie should have this only from now on. Even Polly seeing Malar and Premam shouldn't have this. But rather this. Well, at this point you can ask why are they in uniforms? Well, Madhura has 2 fantasies in life. One is seeing men in uniforms and the other is breakfast.
और मेरी फैंटेसी ये भी.
So yummy.
This is a new form of erotica. BDSM here stands for Bonda Dosa Sambar Molaga.
I'm sorry.
So yummy.
The task here is to make her eat breakfast whilst in a uniform.
मैम आपको क्या चाहिए?
जैसे ढाबे के वेटर होते हैं वैसे एक्ट कर रहा था वो.
And you would think that it's easy, but it's not.
लेकिन आपने अपनी हैट उतार दी. Mechanic should be very sensual.
Look at how much shade she is giving this dude for not knowing how to put whipped cream.
आपको नहीं पता whipped cream कैसे डालते हैं?
This is the only acceptable response when somebody doesn't know how to put whipped cream now. Hello, welcome to Starbucks. Hey, chi, oh, ah. Now all of this competing could get a little stressful for the dudes, so they organize a cute little campfire for them to relax. Is the music that you think they've used, but the music that they've actually used for this is... Please put on your earphones. Oh, I can't with this show. This campfire sequence is so NSFW that I can't even show it to you. But for you curious teens out there, the link is in the description. But it's important to know that it's not just all sexual. It also has emotions. I mean, you could literally pass this off as a Pratik Kuhad music video.
When I feel cold, I'll keep you close.
You know, all that being said and done, my super dude is this guy who, when every single person there is trying to dance with that girl, he does a fucking somersault in the middle of a campfire. She's like, are you ready to chill out? And he's like, damn right, dude. Somersault. I don't care who wins the show, man, but this guy has won our hearts.
Khan Sisters.
Now we have the Abhibas of Indian reality TV, the Khan Sisters. It's a cheap knockoff of Keeping Up with the Kardashians with the least famous Khans in the country. One of them is Gauhar Khan, who was an aspiring model at the time, and the other one is her sister, who was an aspiring Gauhar Khan. The other one's name I'm not gonna say because it sounds way too close to a racial thing. But she can. I'm good. The show is very underwhelming because this is what we were promised.
Excuse me? What is wrong with you? Shut up! Whoever wants to break a rishta with me can do it. This is not about a show anymore, yeah. She's made personal comments on me.
But this is what the show is actually about.
बीबी की बैटरी पूरी तरह से खत्म हो रही थी, तो मैंने सोचा कि फटाफट अपने लिए एक BBM कार चार्जर ले आऊं। कभी भी अपना कप ना बराबर से नहीं उठाएगी यार। मैंने एक फोन कॉल अटेंड किया और मैं चाय पी रही थी, वापस आके देखती हूं तो मेरा कप वहां नहीं है। अबे जा, what is abe? What's wrong with your language?
Nothing happens in this show, man. The level of conflict is so banal that it's painful. Blah.
So yummy.
The three biggest points of conflict in the show are: 1. Gauhar Khan is upset because her sister dropped her off and didn't wait 15 minutes. Gauhar Khan wants to buy a birthday cake, but her sister says that she will make it. Gauhar Khan is upset because her sister doesn't pick her up from a photo shoot. Oh, the tragedy. Oh no! Basically, it's a montage of Gauhar Khan being upset.
Language.
Look at this scene.
मेरी चाय का है नहीं आ रही है। अगर तूने वापस यहाँ रखी ना, मैं फिर उठा के फेंक दूंगी, मैं पहले कह रही हूँ।
They're fighting about who put a cup back in the kitchen when there are only 2 people in the kitchen.
अगली बार मैं कप उठा के किचन में नहीं रखूंगी, मैं कप उठा के कप अगर यहाँ रखा हुआ है तो 2 मिनट रखा रहेगा तो क्या हो जाएगा नहीं? अबे जा।
Who could it be, guys, when there are only 2 people in the house and one knows that she didn't do it? Gauhar would make the worst detective possible. Oh, I wonder who did it.
Language.
But it's not just about the sister drama.
Very nice.
They also do things like going on dates, getting lip surgery, and feeling bad about it. Okay, this is actually sad. But it's not just about the sister drama. They also do things like going on dates where they do a lot of... But it's not really a date as much as ignoring compliments and not giving a shit. Look at this Pavam guy saying,
I can safely say you're any guy's dream girl.
and what does she say?
I'm sorry. It's the second phone now.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Hey man, it's okay. I know just the show where you can go to learn to pick up some women.
So yummy.
What is this? A crossover episode?
Exchange.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if you could exchange your mom with another family?
Of course you haven't, because you're not insane.
But these guys clearly are.
This is a show, you have to do it.
मेरी मॉम के साथ सोंगी फिल्म में
Try करते।
Yes.
My Exchange is an Indianized version of the British show called Wife Swap. But as any married Indian woman will tell you,
Indian men have mommy issues.
Exchange.
the show is pretty simple. Moms are exchanged between 2 different families for a week and they are expected to do motherly duties for their new child. What goes unsaid is that when you exchange a ma, you are also exchanging a wife. This guy is really happy about it because he finally has somebody to make him tea. And the husbands are so happy because this is the second shot at arranged marriage. It's like going to shadi.com and asking for a product replacement request. If this was a sitcom, it'll be called How I Met Your Mother, and then exchanged her for another mother, and then liked the new mother more, so I kept her, and now your best friend is your brother from another mother. Directed by Krishnamurthy Nolan. They have a rule book for every new mother who gets inducted into the family, and they are pretty strict about it, as demonstrated by this girl.
1 घंटा झूले पे बैठ के पापा के साथ 1 घंटा तू मस्ती मजाक करेगी और एक रोमांटिक डेली तू एक रोमांटिक डांस करेगी पापा के साथ.
So essentially this daughter is telling her new mother that she has to do with her dad a romantic dance daily.
Daily.
How often? Daily.
What is the capital of India?
Daily.
I have never seen somebody more passionate about hooking up their own dad with somebody else. She's not a daughter, she's Tinder, but for her parents. And doesn't he look thrilled? She tells the son that he needs to wash his new mother's feet once every week, and he agrees immediately.
एक हफ्ते में एक दिन तू माँ के पैर धोएगा.
Done.
This guy is so easy to convince. Hey, so for this job you'll need to stand in your jetty. Done! But I didn't even finish. Done! On top of a table. Done! There's also an elephant. Done. This show has a narrator because what if it gets too complicated? This show has a narrator who is just there to taunt the characters, and he is brutal.
अब अपनी बेटी को जगाने में इतना भी क्या डरना, और फिर आपकी बोलती बंद करने वाली धर्म पत्नी भी यहाँ नहीं है. थोड़ी हिम्मत तो कीजिए.
Emotional, damn it. We wanted to roast this video, but this narrator already did it, man.
अरे तपस्या, ये आपके आंसू भी ना बिन मौसम बरसात की तरह जब देखो गिरने लगते हैं. कहीं कैमरे के आगे अपनी कलाकारी तो नहीं दिखा रही हैं आप?
Emotional, damn it. Dude, she's a kid. The narrator has no remorse. Zero emotion, zero warmth, nothing. Zero sympathy. I want this guy to narrate my life.
മോനെ ഡിഗ്രി കിട്ടിയില്ലേ? അപ്പൊ എന്താ ഇനി പണിയൊന്നും കിട്ടിയില്ലേ?
Arey auntie ji, Nirmal can find a job, but can you find your own husband? Oh wait, you can't because he just ran away with your best friend. But don't worry, ma'am. I know a guy who just got rejected who you can probably hook up with. Multiverse of fuckboy and auntie. We are at the end, so congratulations to you for having made it. Here is your certificate for making it through completely. The thing is, Indian content is like yin and yang. For every masterpiece we have, like, you also need some dog shit, like.
No! तेरे माँ बाप की गलती है.
How can this happen?
We can make fun of it how much ever we want, but the fact remains that there are a huge number of people watching this, either for cringe entertainment value or just entertainment value. I don't know. This stuff is never going away, so if you can't beat them, join them. Hi, are you guys accepting applications for Super Dude? Hey, dude, I didn't mean literally. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, I will be making more of these because it's fun. If you want, you can click the like button. Again, no pressure. You can also subscribe, subscribe, do that.